Good morning, thriving warriors. Well, I shouldn't say good morning, thriving warriors. This is really for people who want to be thriving warriors. This is for the rest of us. Good morning, people of the world. People who are not yet successful. People who yearn for more out of life. Something is missing. Well, there's two things that are missing. One is money. And two is a sense of purpose. Why am I here? So we here at Department of Career Services are here to help you answer those two questions. One is how to be successful. That's where the money part comes in. And two, what is missing? Well, clearly what's missing in your life is God. So Department of Career Services, Thriving Warrior, we are here to help you on life's journey to answer those two questions. And not only answer, but to be able to move forward with an attitude of God's gift to you is your life, your gift to God is how you live your life. Acts such that what you do is pleasing to the Lord. If God was watching you, imagine God was watching you every second, how would you act? What would you do differently? And then knowing that you can rebound because we are human and we do fall short. So we're going to get started with our little 10-minute journey. We are currently 2 minutes in. Perfect. Good. So this is a 5-part process in our podcast. Prepare, attitude of gratitude, review yesterday, plan for today, and then project into the future where we want to be, what we're going to do today. So under our preparation, we do a breathing exercise, kind of open our mind, open our lungs for sure. And this thing is the Stanford science validated Andrew Huberman approach of a double inhale to get our lungs fully filled. You need to use your stomach muscles to do this. So it's inhale, double inhale, then let it pour out through your mouth and then pushing out all of the air using your stomach muscles like this. Watch myself do this. You'll feel a little bit of heat radiating through your body as you do that. So cool. Boom. Number one thing done. Preparation at reviews. Next step. Review our day. Attitude of gratitude. But before we do that, we need to be gratitude for a morning coffee. This is part of preparation. Coffee, pen, book to write notes in. Perfect. Not too shabby, as Jesus would say in The Chosen. Okay, next thing, part 2, attitude of gratitude. Why is this important? What a bevy. Why is this important to have an attitude of gratitude at the beginning of the day? Are my shoulders crooked or is my shirt crooked? I think it was my shirt. Why is it important to have an attitude of gratitude? Because it's easy to get sucked into the negative things of life, the thorns in our side. Start out with an attitude of gratitude for the things that were here. You could think about all of your ancestors, the sacrifices they made for you to be here today. Primes us to see the positive. Correct. Attitude of gratitude primes us to see the positive. Good. Yeah, perfect answer. Bullseye. Okay, so write in our book, I'm so happy and grateful now that. So these things we number into steps to make it easy, like how many parts of our daily podcast? 5. prepare, gratitude, review, plan, project. The attitude of gratitude has 3 parts. Right, I'm so happy and grateful now that. Turn it into a question. Ask yourself the question, what am I so happy and grateful for now that? And then turn your focus inside of your brain so you can see all of the things that you're happy and grateful for pop up. And also that will reinforce the idea that our brain has evolved to solve problems. If you give it a problem to solve, it will solve them. It's kind of like what praying does. You've got a problem to solve. You're putting it out there for God to help you with, or Jesus, or whoever you're putting it out there for, the Wiccan Mother God. Nothing will happen there. But you put the problem out there and your brain is going to come up with solutions to the problems. That's how all creatures with brains act. However, if you have a simple brain, if you're like the worm C. elegans, you have 300 neurons, and about 21 connections each. Your connectome is about 7,000. Can't really do a lot with 7,000 versus the human brain of about 86 billion neurons times 10,000 connections per neuron is a big number. Several Brazilian, 8.6 Brazilian. Anyway, time is racing. So, attitude of gratitude. Next, what's on our list for next? Next, review yesterday. So again, this is a thing you can do after the podcast. So you can do your attitude of gratitude. If you want, you can review the yesterday. What are the highs? What are the lows? How did you feel? I like to start with, how did I feel when my head hit the pillow last night? Did I feel like I had fought the good fight? I did my best? Or did I feel like, ooh, darn? Or did I feel like apprehension? Uh-oh, tomorrow. Or, aha, tomorrow. So review the day. You can start yesterday morning and work your way forward. You can start your way back. You can start asking the question, what were my feelings from yesterday? What are the feelings that popped up? So you go by a priority of feelings. But it's important to review where you're coming from in order to get to where you're going to. Step 4, today's plan. Plan your work, work your plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So I don't want to minimize the importance of planning. But as Eisenhower said, there is no plan, there's only planning. Or von Moltke said, what did he say about planning? Well, it doesn't matter. It'll come to me. No plan survives contact with the enemy. And usually the enemy is us. What? Okay, today's plan. Okay, enough said about that. We are here to help you with your plan, your journey of your life. How do you get from where you are to someplace better? And if it came down to 2 words, it would be discipline and intensity. You could say consistency and intensity, because consistency is sort of it's related to discipline. I think consistency could be discipline repeated regularly. Being consistently consistent, and intensity. However, if your attitude towards life, if your orientation is that yesterday was the only easy day and you're consistent, that doesn't take a lot of intensity to orient yourself so yesterday was the only easy day and you're just trying to get a little bit better today. Jordan Peterson points out you'll have forward growth, but you'll also have the compound effect. So the people I meet, the people I see, the first 5 seconds, first 30 seconds, my thing is to size them up, weigh them and measure them, across 4 dimensions. Physical, how are they? Are they out of shape? Do they look old for their age? Do they look weak, physically weak for their age? What kind of food do they eat? Do they smoke? Or do they drink? Okay, so physical. Mental, how sharp are they? What's their IQ like? If you want to communicate with somebody, you need to communicate to their IQ. You can't talk too far above them or too far below them, so you need to know their IQ. Emotionally, how sensitive are they? How woke are they? This is all in the first 5 seconds, first 30 seconds of talking to somebody. How woke are they? And then most importantly, spiritually, are they believers? And if they are a believer, what does that mean? What does it mean? Interestingly, we here in Pahrump are in, and probably most places, are in a horizontal learning spiritual environment. You're learning from people who don't know much more than you. When people do Proverbs in the morning, they're sitting around and they're saying, here's what it means to me, or the Bible class, the in quotes Bible class on Tuesday nights, where people are sharing their feelings and emotions and what a particular passage means to them. That's horizontal learning. That's learning from people like you, not really that effective. You want to learn from an expert. That's why schools like Stanford exist. They have the best experts, and those people are going to pull you up to higher levels. And they're only interested in people who have discipline and consistency and intensity. So they tend to attract the best people, and then they have the best teachers. And so the curve of somebody coming out of Stanford versus somebody coming out of UNLV, 49% graduation rate in 6 years, 90%, 95% graduation rate in 4 years. You have that big difference. Started out higher IQ. Anyway, don't want to spend time on that. But horizontal learning. So much of the religious studies we do in, or let's say I do here in Pahrump, is a lot of horizontal learning. Talking to other people who are believers. And of course, their idea of being a believer is very different from other people. We also, through Baraka Church, are vertical learning. So there is a pastor teacher who studies the doctrine in the original languages, who studies the doctrine and provides information. Vertical learning. Okay, very much like the chain of command, like the military. You stay in your chain of command versus I have an opinion and I know what I'm talking about because my opinion seems to me to be smarter than your opinion. Okay, vertical learning, very important, but sizing people up. Are they horizontal learning people or are they vertical learning people? If they're vertical learning people, what would their interest be in you? That you're an expert. If they're horizontal learning person, what would their interest be in you? That they can help you learn this way. Okay, they want to be a guy who goes, yeah, let's have Bible studies. Great, because I want to tell you what I know because I do believe in horizontal learning. And the Holy Spirit told me this. Well, maybe the Holy Spirit did. Maybe the Holy Spirit didn't. Sometimes things like that work out. However, mostly the better route is to have a pastor teacher who is an expert. Yeah, maybe you can get to the NFL by having your dad, who's just a working collar guy, as your coach, but the probability is higher if you go to a top college. You go to Alabama, your chances of being in the NFL are higher than if your dad was your coach through the age of 18. And your dad was just a regular guy. Okay. So where are we in time? Where are we in time? 15 minutes in. Wow. It's easy to get off on tangents. Okay, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. You need to be disciplined, intensity, consistency in those 4 areas. We are here to help you work on those. One size fits one. So please schedule something so we can figure out how best to help you. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. We're going to wrap it up. And when we finish this, you might want to go back and do your attitude or gratitude, review yesterday, and project into the future. See your future, be your future, make your future. Guided by the idea that my gift to God is how I live my life. Everything I do, I want it to be pleasing to the Lord. Not because I expect a reward, disclaimer, not because I want to expect a reward. Just want to make that clear because a lot of people fact checking me here that I don't do things because I expect a reward. I do them because it's pleasing to the Lord. And that is my gift to God, my appreciation. My showing my love for God is to do things that are pleasing to Him, like all children would do to their parents, should do for their parents, right? Not ridicule them, not tell them they're losers, out of touch, etc., etc. So let's wrap it up. Wrap it up. Today is Sunday, the last day of the week. Tomorrow is a holiday, but we will be at it because we are consistent and we have intensity, though it may be misdirected from time to mostly every time. But we will continue to improve daily. Alrighty then. Okay, anybody got anything else? Please give me a call. Otherwise, I will say peace be with you. Peace be with you. Go out and serve the Lord. And peace. End. Bye.